Tromso, 350 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle, the largest city and urban area in northern Norway. In the summer, it's the land of the midnight sun. In the winter, it's in constant darkness of the polar night. It's the focal point for the medical needs of the country's northern health region, with its combined population of 465,000 people. And it's here that a piece of software is being trialled which will revolutionize the way people in remote areas monitor and manage diabetes.
We have been working for a few years with the diabetes diary on the mobile phone as a self-help tool with the patients, very closely with patients. So the patient's been integrated in how the demands for the solution is, and we've also been measuring how it works, also clinically. But all the studies we've done so far has been a clinical study to see what kind of effect this will have on their situation, on their personal medical situation.
Often patients say that my blood sugar varies a lot and I don't really understand it at all. So what's happening? How should I do this? Having those measurements, sharing it, looking at the same data simultaneously and discussing the data makes it so much easier. The app is a very good tool for the pedagogics of teaching carbohydrate content counting in order to do the adjustments optimally.
What it does, at the first page, you see an overview of your recent recordings. So both your glucose, your insulin, your foods, and your physical activity. It tells you easily if you're good in the right range, so between 4 and 10. And at the bottom you see a graph of the periodicity. Then see if there any specific time of the day you are too high or too low. And you can also go into all your recordings to see the history. And I can also search for or eat things that I don't eat that often. For instance, this creme brulee. And then I can learn from that situation in order to make it better the next time. So I can also see the glucose value graphically. So I see a plot of either the last day, I can zoom out to see the last week and even the last month, and I can expand the area.
A close link between project developers and clinicians has been vital in bringing the diabetes diary to a testing stage with real patients.
It's been overwhelming, challenging and rewarding. Getting the solution into the workflow of the clinicians is crucial. They have such a high intense workday that you can't expect them to deal with technology that is not aligned with that workflow or designed for and with them. You know? So yes, that's crucial.
Eirik Aasand started work on the Diabetes Diary app in 2001, inspired by the launch of Bluetooth. His own health played a major part in refining it to date as a prototype for the Android platform.
Well, having type 1 diabetes as I have is very hard. I use the tools that we develop for the patients in research projects myself, and it has been increasingly easier. Involving the patients has been very crucial in designing the diabetes diary. So without getting direct feedback from the patients, it's of course very hard to have a good product.
The Diabetes Diary is ideal for remotely placed patients to record vital data and pass it on to clinicians, avoiding lengthy journeys and frequent consultations. Living on the island of Vanøya, 100 kilometers north of Tromso by road and ferry, Dag Solberg is an example of someone who's benefiting from trialling the app.
Jeg brukte jo hefter å notere i da, alle målinger og hva jeg setter av sprøytene og hva jeg hadde spist. Men etter det her så har jeg jo helt sluttet med det da. Nå går det bare på telefon alt. Og det synes jeg mye bedre da, for telefonen har jeg med meg bestandig. Så det. Og målapparatet, det har jeg jo i lommen, uansett hvor jeg Så, men jeg synes jo også at jeg har litt mer kontroll da, når jeg har det på telefon. Jeg veldig fornøyd med å bruke den, og synes den veldig enkel og grei for å få oversikt på en måte. Ja, og litt kontroll da, selvfølgelig.
Etterpå det så har han kjenner når det begynner å krype under 5-4, så da merker man på kroppen at nå er det lavt, og nå må jeg måle og spise høyt. Så nå er det mye bedre.
Well up into the Arctic Circle, 1,311 kilometers from the North Pole, lies the remote island of Svalbard. Totally dark for 24 hours a day in winter, it's inhabited by 2,195 people and about the same number of polar bears. Cecil Somerset, a type 1 diabetic, has her insulin doses administered by pump.
Jeg følte meg egentlig mye tryggere der nede. Da torde jeg ikke å slurve sånn som jeg kan gjøre nå. Fordi at gikk jeg høy eller gikk jeg lav eller var usikker, så kunne jeg ringe, og da var jeg ofte til kontroll. Jeg hadde kjempekontakt med de sykepleierne nede. Men det er jo liksom, skal du ned til Tromso på kontroll, så må du ta det. Jeg er jo heldig, så jeg jobber jo ikke. Så jeg slipper jo å ta meg fri, men du er jo nede der i 2 dager.
Today she's being shown how to use the app by a researcher who's travelled 894 kilometers up from Tromso.
Den håper jeg kan lette hverdagen min. Ja, den håper jeg kan lette min hverdag. Kanskje få litt bedre kontroll på blodsukkermålingen og får bedre kontakt med de i Tromsø også. Det blir mer trygg. Får den trygghetsfølelsen som jeg kanskje føler at jeg ikke har her oppe, kontra det jeg hadde nede. Det blir spennende.
At present, data transfer is being piloted by phone, computer or face-to-face consultations, but the aim is to quickly achieve a more efficient method.
What we want to put up in 5-star is we want to use the same patients, much the same, make some new recruitments as well, but some of them we already know, and set them up with a solution where we are also going to make them transfer the data to the specialists at the clinic.
5-star partners at the University of Ljubljana are currently forging ahead developing an app for iOS phones using a direct plug-in to make an all-in-one device, giving patients more choice. The app will make use of a 5-star generic enabler, allowing it to communicate with the Fireware platform.
It is fantastic to see that there is a lot of new innovative technology being developed that can actually be used in different IoT domains. And I think that we have a unique opportunity here at 5-star, and we can actually take that technology and try to bring it into the real world. And I see immense benefit if the technology is able to support such systems.
Well, as we've seen that it works with our patients in our courses, I don't see, well, the way I see it, this could work just as well in other hospitals in Norway as well as in globally all around the world, I think.